This is the dummy on the, I don't know, section 6, maybe 7. I don't remember which section it was. But anyhow, this section is very important. It has one of the most effective attacks, I think, in the form of Wing Chun, even more effective than the Tanda. But the point of this section of the dummy is, in the beginning, it shows what happens if you start attacking too much. And the thing is, if you start to attack too much, someone is going to lap you. And how are you going to recover from the lap? So in the beginning of this section, there's 3 guns. These 3 guns are meant that you're attacking and that you're not standing still. That when you do these 3 guns, they are really attacks, and that you are moving forward. Since the dummy can't move, it's a piece of wood, you have to imagine that you are advancing as you are attacking at the same time. So these guns here, these are just attacks. This one gun, and bear in mind that because the dummy arm is sticking up at you, in actual fact, you do not withdraw your hands to do the second gun, and you do not withdraw your hand, then re-extend them to do the third gun. You are to do it like this, and in this space in between here, you just simply rotate your hands here to here to do the second gun, and then you rotate your hands between here, and then you come back up to do the third gun. And these guns are you're just attacking somebody. You're just attacking somebody and advancing 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And you just have to keep in mind that you are moving forward and attacking and applying forward pressure. So these are the 3 guns. The 4th gun is because you're throwing so many punches here now. You've managed to do the wrong bong. And then this illustrates that the guy's right hand happened to come up just by random, and your right hand just happened to come up by random. And then, for whatever reason, your hands seem to touch each other, and his hand is somewhat on top of your hand. And you automatically, that attacking hand become a bomb. So now that your hand is in such a bad position because this is the wrong bong, normally in the beginning of the dummy we go into a tan da, okay? But in this case, it's a little bit better, is that we do a tan jam. And the jam is that as soon as you do a tan from the bong, you are the jam right down the hand, from the hand to the shoulder and into the neck. Why is this better? Well, everybody's head is going to be attached pretty much at the end of the arm, so you don't really have to look where to hit. You know, you just chop right down the arm. As soon as you time, you chop right down the arm. And as well as, because the person is vertical, when you chop, no matter what, you're going to get something. Whereas if you punch, you do a tanda, when you punch your palm, you might miss the head. You might miss something over here because they could be doing this sort of thing. But if you chop, you're going, horizontally down, you're going to get something. You're going to get the neck, you're going to get the head. So that's why this bong tan and jam right down the arm is very effective. So we do this here, and then we do this here on the other side. We do another wrong bong to do your left and your right arm. Okay? So what happens is, some school, the next move after the jam is here. Okay? Jam, and then they do a pat on this arm to control the shoulder, and they do a punch. And they do it on the outside. So some school does both hits, jam and pak da on the outside. Some school, I prefer this one better, is that they do the jam first, and the second shot is not a pak da. The second shot is a pot here, but this circles around. This hand here goes limp, circles around, and does a palm thrust from below up into the chin like this and on. Why is this better? Because if you're here already, the person is not going to stay in this configuration. They're probably going to hit you with their left arm. So obviously this is their right arm, but they're doing this. They're not going to stay here. So chances are if you did this move, you're not going to be able to do this move. So it's a good thing that when you do this move, this hand goes limp, this wrist area goes limp, circles around here, and does an upper palm thrust into the chin. And it's hard to see for this person. It's hard to see this coming. It's not in their line of sight because you've kind of disappeared under his arm. And when you reappear already, you would have scored your chin, your palm thrust to the chin. Okay, so that's bong, tan jam, turn off, palm thrust from down to up. Then you do the same thing here. Wrong bong, tan jam, turn off this hand, circle around, and palm thrust while you're doing a pot here. Okay? This is very, very, very elementary if you think of it as one of your first ceiling tile moves. That when you're in the beginning, it's this move here. It's this move here. Why are we doing this? These are these exercises here, stretching exercise here, getting you ready. When you perform these kind of moves, it's actually quite an advanced move, so that you can turn off and turn on anytime you want to do a hit from the other side. Okay? So then what happens, you perform this, and what happens is you're going to throw another punch because you think you're doing good now. You're a hot shot now. You've scored. You attack 1, 2, 3 times, and you attack here. You attack here. You attack here. You attack there. So now you're really throwing your weight forward, and then that is when you get too cocky and you went like this. And what they do is they lap, and they lap your hand away. And there's no way you can resist this because your energy is already thrown forward. So what you must do is take that step. You have to take that step with your right foot. If they're pulling you on the right arm, you take that step with the right foot. If they're lapping you with the left arm, you take your first step with the left foot. What happens is when you take that step is very important because that step, it becomes your pivoting point. And what happens is you plant that step as a pivoting point and you rotate your body from that pivoting point of your foot. Let's say it's the right that he's pulling you from. It's the right foot that gets planted and the right foot gets pivoted, and you swing the rest of your body around. So you plant your right foot, you swing your body around, and you kick with your left foot. Vice versa is the same thing. Maybe if I do it here, you plant the left foot. There's nothing good here for me to stand on. You plant the left foot, you do a lap back on there on it with both hands, and you kick with your left foot. And that helps you to transfer that energy. Transfer that lap energy that they lapped you from and turning it into a circle by pivoting with the first foot and changing that direction of that energy into a circle and then kicking back at them and destroying their stance. I'm not sure where you can kick, but anywhere you kick on their body would be good. I mean, you can kick below here, right at the knee, in the back of their knee, to the side of their knee would be good. You If you kick them in the stomach, it's going to be good because you're pulling and you're kicking them at the same time. And that is how you can recover from a lap. I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, thank you.